Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the next part of this series, part 5. I'm really sorry if you are watching the end of the last video. About 1 minute of the end of the video was cut from the recording. There's nothing I could do about that. All that we did is sent off the pod. It still hasn't returned. As you can see, it's still got 5 minutes left. But we sent off the pod, and all it did is it allowed us to open up all of these items, which we now have. So that was it. We ended the video there, and we're just starting the next episode. So let's go and sort out coal power, because that's what we need to do right now. So first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that from a production point of view, we have a miner. That's important. And we also need to make sure that we have a smelter. Not a smelter, sorry. We need a water extractor. And we need to make sure that we have, in terms of power, coal generator. And we're going to go for 3 of these to start with. We're also going to need somewhere in a region of about, I don't know, 20 of these. And probably somewhere in a region of about 20 of these. We're also going to need some conveyor belts. So we'll just go for some Mark 1 for now. And we'll just say we need 100 of these. That should be enough to get us started. We've got a bit of a shopping list there now. Let's go and pick up all of the parts that we need. Starting here. We don't actually need any screws, then that's fine, but we are going to need some cables. Also going to need some copper. So we've got enough copper. We've got enough cable. We're going to need a portable miner, so let's go and grab that. And in fact, we're actually going to take out 2 portable miners. So for that, we'll just grab the equipment workbench, and we're going to place that down. We're going to place that down just here. It's probably not the best place. We can get out the back door if we need to. But we want to make 2 of these. Okay, perfect. 40 rotors and 70 reinforced iron plates. That's quite a lot we're going to need. We've got a bit here, but not enough. We'll have to make some more. We'll make those reinforced iron plates. Also going to need some modular frames. I'll explain why later, but we're going to need to make some of these as well. Let's just go ahead and make 5 of these. We'll make 6. I don't think we need 6, but we're going to make 6. Okay, we'll make some reinforced iron plates. Also, we're going to need... we've got copper sheets, which I think is going to be alright. But let's just check, because the other thing we're going to need in logistics is pipes. So I think we're probably going to need somewhere in the region of, let's just say 20 of those. And probably in the region of about 5 of those. Possible, we're going to need 3 of those. And we're also going to need definitely some splitters and mergers. So let's just do it. We'll just say 5 of those and 5 of those. Okay. Again, quite a lot of stuff that we need. We're just going to finish this off. It's a huge shopping list, but it's a lot of work we're going to do. And this is a big day today because the power's gone. We don't care. We're not going to fix power. That is no longer our problem. Let's just pick up what we've got here. We'll take that with us. All right, we're close. We're close. We still need to make a few more, so we're going to take this out. Take that out as well. And we're going to finish manually making these just to get them done. Right, this is a lot. But there's a lot here. We'll just finish off these reinforced iron plates. We'll get these rotors out, which we can do next. We're going to run out of screws, so we'll grab some more screws. And the pod's about to return. Alright, that's enough of those. Oh, we need some more screws. Let's just go and grab some. In fact, we can grab them from here because we've got an abundance of them in here anyway. We didn't end up using or getting rid of. So we'll just make the rest of these rotors real quick. We'll make 60 now, so we've got more than enough. Now this should be everything we need. I don't think there's going to be anything else. It's possible we might miss out on a little bit, but overall this is pretty much what we need. Alright, that's everything. So, we can pick up our scanner and we can look for coal. Now we also know there's Caterium down here because we found it earlier. And there's coal here which is pure. So this is where we're going to head. We're going to head over here. As you can see, there's some coal and some Caterium. So we're going to get both of these. Now there's a few things that we're going to have to do whilst we're here. Let's just grab this. This is just a bit of limestone. It's just on its own. So we'll grab it. Perfect. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to need to take power. So we're going to take the power that we need from here, and we are going to head... Oh, there's actually a blue up there. We're going to go and grab that. So we're heading in this general direction. This is where the coal was right here. So we're going to put this as a large marker. And we're just going to apply it on the map. New marker. We're actually going to pop up and grab this. I don't even know if we can get up here. I don't think we can. We'll have to come back and get that later. Right, so there is a power up there. We'll grab that later. For now, we need to grab this power and we need to bring it all the way over here so that we can power our new mine. There's actually two of these guys. Nope. Ah. Let's grab that. Okay. Alright, that's him. I'm not too bothered about him. We got him. Almost died. We're okay. We had to put the power down and we misclicked, but we're okay. There was two of them there. There's another blue slug up there. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're heading for the new marker. We don't want to get distracted. The new marker is what we want. Alright, so we can put this here. And then, very simple, all we're going to do here is grab a foundation. Just a little 1 meter foundation. Doesn't have to be crazy. We're going to put it here. We're going to put it onto Zoop. And we're just going to bring this over to here. That's it. Nice and easy. Grab the power line. We're going to walk across. Just put that there for the minute because I know there's going to be a guy here. Oh, there he is. There we go, we got him. Very nice. Alright, here is the coal remains. So, because we know the coal is here, we're going to put our miner down. Perfect, we're going to face it that way. And we're going to hook up our power. Alright, we now have power going to the coal. So that's great. Now what we need to do is we need to send this all the way back. This is going to take some time. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're first going to run it all the way over to here, like so. Then we're going to run it across here. Like so. Then we're going to run it across here, like so. Then up here. And what we're actually looking for is on the map, there is an area here for water. So we're going to put a new marker down here. And we're going to select an icon, stamp, can be water, select image, select color. We'll make this one nice and blue. Very large, infinite. And we're going to call it water. Okay, we'll even highlight it and apply it. There we go. We can see the direction we're now walking in. And this is just basically what we need to do right now. Head over in this general direction, making sure that we don't snag this or that it doesn't clip. We'll put this through here. That's starting to clip a little bit there, so we'll just bring that out. Again, still heading for that marker, which is straight ahead of us there. There is another up here. Another blue slug. So we'll just grab that. You can see there we are, and that's where we're heading. So we're drilling out. There's another blue slug over there as well. There's actually another hog down there. So we'll just leave him for now because we're not really in the mood to fight right now. We're just trying to get power set up. Alright, we'll push this over here. Using up a lot of these plates that we've got. Just going to make sure we don't clip through that rock. Again, this is a huge network that we're building. But we're almost there. Coming through to here. Perfect. And then we're going to put this just about here. I'd say that's not clipping. I think we're okay there. We're going to run up and just making sure, because we don't want to get hurt. I think we're okay. Up here, like so. That's going to come up here now. And we're going to head here. Just like so. All right, fantastic. So we're where we need to be. That's good. And that's actually going to start once we add the power, because we are going to have to put a tiny bit of power to kickstart this. But once we connect that network up, then this is going to come around to here. And this is all just going to kickstart and it's going to work. So what do we need to do? Well, first thing we're going to need to do here is put down some foundations. So we'll go for some little 2 meter square foundations. Hold down Control so we can link it to the world grid. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3. That's about right. About 4. Yep, I think that's about right. Okay, so let's go for production power. We want the coal generator. So the coal generator has very simple. We'll press H. We want to kind of put it up as close to the edge as we can, but we want to move it this way. In fact, we're going to do that just so it's on the edge there. Perfect. Perfect. All right, that's where we want it. We'll put that one down. And we'll just stick down one more foundation here, like so. Including this, because this is going to be where... Oh. Here we go. Right, let's just make sure we get that right. So this is going to go down somewhere around here. Let's just nudge this over. Perfect. I think that's going to be work. We'll check and make sure it works, but we're going to want another one of these, and then we're going to want a third one. Ah, that's not going to work with that. That's right, we'll fix that afterwards. Right, there's our 3 coal generators that are down. And then what we'll do... There we go, we'll just build this out like so. Nice. So here is going to be, and we'll just do it this way actually, like so. That'll be the way in. And then we're going to put another one on top, and that's going to be the way out. Like so. Alright, so that will go from here up to here like that. Alright, so that's perfect, that's going to work. And then what we'll do from here, from logistics, we're just going to set this, click there, click there, that's now connected, so that will go up there and into here. Alright. So now what we need to do is, and I think we're going to need a little bit more space. Not confident we've got enough. So we'll go from here. And we're going to go for a lift. So, okay. Connect that. Turn that round. Connect that. Turn that round. Connect that. Turn that round. So now we have these 3 on here. We're going to want to merge them. So the idea here, if I go to logistics, is that we're going to bring a pipe out. I need to spin this whole thing around actually, because I want to come out the top here. And we're going to look to go directly into here. Like so. And that's actually quite far in there. That's not actually what we want, but interesting that that works. We're going to merge. And we're going to... This one cannot be nudged, which is interesting. So what we'll do, because we can't nudge it, we can't move it up or down, is we're actually going to put it on the floor here. It's exactly where it needs to be. We'll just make sure we're in the right position here. So yeah, that kind of works. So we can put this one on the floor, but what we need to do is make sure that they're coming in this way. This is the way it needs to go. Okay, so we're going to go 3 high, so it connects to the top, and then we're going to delete these 2. So now what's going to happen is this is going to be up here, which is perfect. And we're going to come across to this one and do exactly the same thing. So for now, I can just put these ones on here, just because that's going to allow me to line up this next one. which is perfect. So that can go there. One on top, one on top. And then same thing here. Just to check this is lined up, which it is. One on top, one on top. And I can get rid of these ones. In doing this, what I'm actually doing is creating a very simple network that's just going to go from here to here. And from here to here. And then it's connected in here. Now I'm hoping that works and it all connects up properly and it's all good. And it should be. If it's not, just remove this and then replace it. So if it doesn't work, just replace this and then put it back on again. And if you do that, that will connect up. Perfect. Right, I want to remove this one. I also want to remove this, this, and actually this. And the reason for that is because I want to I want to have a box like so. But the way the box should work, and this is the way I want to build this, is, and I think that's about right there. Is a box on top that goes out of there and into there like so. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I need to just remove this and this, because actually from here, this is going to have to come into here. It says this conveyor belt is too long, so what we're going to do is drop that there. And then that's going to come up into here. Perfect. So that's going to come into here. This is going to now have a lift on the back end. Like so. So it'll feed up into here, store up in here, come up the top here, store up here, come along here, merge in and down. Merge in and down. And merge in and down. So that works. So that's going to be the coal. The coal is going to come across from where we set it up all the way up to here. That's a long journey for it to obviously come. But the idea behind this is now the coal is going to come across. Now we need to set up the water. So the way that we're going to do this, quite simple. We're going to go to production and we're going to put down a water extractor. So we can kind of play about with this where we kind of want it to go. I want it to go kind of down here, like so. Doesn't actually matter where it goes, but it does need to be in the water so it's deep enough, so it says there. And we're going to place it like so. Okay, very simple now. What we're going to do, going to go back to logistics and we're going to put a pipe cross. Okay, this pipe cross is going to go somewhere like this. We're going to have 3 of these. We're going to have one here. We're going to have one here. And we're going to have one here. Then we're just going to go for normal pipes and we're going to go from here. Do you know what? Doesn't matter. We don't need that one. And we don't need that one. It's fine. What we're going to do is go pipe out of here all the way to the end. So it lines up with this. Like so. Back 2. And then that will give us our perfect angle. Ah, this one I actually did the wrong way round. So, yeah, this pipe junction shouldn't actually matter. But let's just do this anyway. So this will go from here into here. So a nice angle like so. This one is going to go from here straight into there. And then this one is going to come out of here. Back to. And then connect it off. And finally this one is going to come down into here like so. Done. Now we do need to create some power for this. And so that's going to be something we're going to need to do. And so I'm going to bring this over to the other side now, over here. And we're going to put the power just here like so. This is first going to power this. Then it is going to power that building. It is also going to power this building. And then it is going to come along to here, where it is going to power this last building. And then finally, I am going to send it back off towards this direction, which is where our base is, or our factory, if you like. I'm actually going to go the other way. And the reason for that is it's going to be better this way. I'll be able to go from there. I'll also be able to go from here. Connect that one up to here. That's going to take us out. That can also connect up here. This one is going to connect to there. But also to there. And to there. Yep, I'll sort that out later. This one. Heading towards the skylift. We're very close to it. Alright, look, there's our base. So what we're going to do is put our power pole right here. And then this. Oh, we're just going to jump down. And we'll stick some power just here on the outside. Yes, for now we're going to take this down. Just so we can get in. And this is going to connect up here. In fact, I might not even need that one. Because this might go directly to there. It does. Perfect. So now this is all connected up to the main network. Which is exactly what I needed to do. So all I need to do now is kickstart. All I need to do is go and kickstart the rest of the stuff that I've got. So we need 140 in total. We've got 120. Which is going to be 30, 60. Wait, hold on. That's got stuff. That's got stuff. That's got stuff. That's got stuff. So that's the 120. So all I need to do, I've actually got enough to do this. I need to just split that in half. And then if I come along to here and just chuck a little bit in here, just a little bit, that is actually going to be enough. So that's at 140. All that needs to do right now is last for long enough for the coal to come up. Well, that didn't go too well, did it? Now it's at 163. Okay. Let's turn off this. Let's also turn off this. And let's just half this, but also put some in there. 163. Capacity is 160. We're at 129. We might be okay here. We've turned a lot off. We might be okay here. All we need to do, because we're powered, everything's powered up already, because we powered down, which means that the coal should be running along this conveyor belt now. We're going to go and check this to make sure it's working correctly, but we should be drilling coal out of the ground using the miner, and it should be coming along this conveyor belt. Meaning if we just, I'm going to pick this up so we've got some of this. All we're looking for right now is the coal. We just want the coal. This doesn't class as clipping because it's just part of the bushes. All right, where is coal? Is it coming? Is it on its way? Moment of truth. Yes, yes it is. Here it is. So the coal is on its way. This is all we need. We're going to go ahead and just grab some of this while we're here. Just grab a little bit. Just a little bit so we've got some. Just while we're waiting for this. There we go. Alright, so coal is on its way. This is pushing 60 per minute right now because that is all that this conveyor belt can do. We're going to follow this all the way down to that light. And this will be a constant flow of coal. Which means we do not need to chop down any more trees. Now this coal is going to go straight into the containers, start filling up, and it's also going to push into these facilities. There's also some Caterium, or is that sulfur? Like Caterium. Sulfur. Okay, so we're going to grab this. And we're going to head up, because we've got some coal already. We just picked it up. So this will come all the way along here, into there, through there, up there, around there, and it's going to come along into here. Look, there's already water in here now. So if I was to just chuck some fuel in, now it's going to burn fuel. Look at my capacity. Now it's burning coal. The only problem right now is I actually can't get into the other one. So I need to go around the back. Going to do the same thing here, look. I'm going to chuck this in here. And actually, I'm just going to do two of them. 310 megawatt capacity. These have a 75 megawatt capacity each. That means that all of our power that is being generated at the moment is not being generated anymore on biofuel. It is all being done on coal. And there's enough water coming in. So we need water coming in and we need coal coming in. Let's take a moment and just build out these foundations. Just so we have the ability to walk around this. Okay, that works. I can actually put this here as well. And if I do that, that's going to allow me to walk over the top of it. Perfect. Just a way to walk over. So what's happening at the moment is we are generating 120 meters squared of water per minute. Meter cubed of water per minute, sorry. And on here, if we look, it's taking 20 megawatts power to be able to do that. We have enough water backed up, and that is because we are producing 120, but we are only using, actually probably a better way of doing this. Still waiting for that coal. It's not in here yet. Fuel's gone. We're out of fuel. Don't know how long until that gets here. It's got a long way to go. Yeah, I can see it. It's just there. So we just need to hope that that holds out. In fact, it doesn't matter because it's going to kickstart when it comes in anyway. So this is going to be generating water into here, which it is. That's going to stop right now because it doesn't need to run because it's full. Because it's full, there's nothing else for it to do. And there's no power in there, and there's no coal left in here, but these are full. So these take consumption 45 per minute, which is 90 for the two of them. So they're taking 90, but we're only getting, and this is what we've got to be careful of. Also, I want to create a foundation with a ramp, and it looks like it needs to be quite a strong ramp. I'm actually missing some plates. So 120, okay, which means we're only able to do 40 each, so 40, 40, 40. But we're doing 45 each, which means one of these needs to be dropped down by 15. So we have to drop this down and actually run it at about 33%. By doing that, in fact, this 25 works fine. 33.33% means that's going to be at 15. We need that because this one is going to be at 45. That's 90. Actually, no, sorry, it's 120, isn't it? So that's 90. So it actually can be 30. So we can go 66.66%. That's 30. So now we've got 90 plus 30 is 120. So now the water is going to be perfect. Now I don't know if we've got... Yep, we're still running on power at the moment. So we haven't kicked out yet. We're pretty stable. Not perfect, but pretty stable. We haven't lost power yet, which means that we should hopefully see the coal pop over this ridge any second now. There it is. There it is. So there's a couple of dead bits, and then it is a constant supply of coal. So this is going to feed into here now. And we can just remove that off the map now. So that can just be regular. Stop highlighting it. And only when we're near will we see it. Perfect. Okay. So this will spin up and create water for us. The water will pump into these coal generators. With water and fuel, we'll generate power, 75. So that's going to be 75 plus 75, which is 150, plus 50. So that's going to be 200 megawatts of power off of one water generator. And I can just simply scale this out as much as I need. If I want to add another generator, I can. Add some more coal, I can. The other thing to consider is how much coal we need. So inserting this fuel. And we'll do that and figure out how much we're taking. So here it is, it's coming in. Straight up though, unfortunately, it's not even staying in here. Straight up there. Into there. Straight up there. What we should see is it come down here. Right, some of it's going straight on that way. Don't think this one's connected. Nope. So what we're going to do is just break this. And then we're going to reconnect it. And that way it'll work. So we'll just go from there to there. Right, this should now come down here. We should see this work. So the coal's coming through now, so it should go one way, one the other. Nope, that is not working at the moment. Okay. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to push this out a little bit. Kind of unfortunate if this isn't working. Yep, that's all backed up now. So I can try one more time. Down here, out there. Let's try it that way instead. Nope. Not working, not having any of it. So it's connecting. Oh, hold on a minute. This should be a splitter, isn't it? I've done a merger. This should be a splitter, not a... Okay. See my mistake. I see my mistake. I see my mistake. Let's go into organisation. Apologise for this. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes just make mistakes. It happens. Making sure we're coming up from the right way. So we'll put that one on and then we'll get rid of that. And then we can just put another one on top like so. Now I'm probably going to have to get rid of that. And then connect that to there. And that should work. Let's see. It should go down there. Now the power's gone. This one's not working, so let's just reconnect this. There we go. It's working now. That's perfect. That's working. So the coal is going down there, and that is now good. Excellent. Right, so now what we're going to do is same thing here. Splitter, not a merger. So we'll get that to here so it's perfect. And we'll do the same thing. One on here, one on there. Now again, that's not going to connect. We know this one's not. So let's go from here to here. I actually think I may be stuck. Let's jump out of here. Need to just put one more splitter down. So I'll just do that. Oh, we're very close. Yep, that's where that one needs to be. That's also where it needs to be. You can kind of see it's lined up. Any problem we've got? The direction it was going, that looks good to me. That looks good, we'll put that down. One on top and on there. Remove that. And now we should be able to go from here to there. And from there to there. And if we've done this correctly, which I'm hoping we have, that should now start. There we go. Coal is going down there. It is not, however, going down here. That should have fixed it. So it hasn't. Let's try one more time. If that is not working, then it can just simply not be connected up properly. That's the only reason why that's not working. Which is a little bit frustrating. We'll try again. We'll get this one to where it needs to be, which is here. Again, we'll try and go from here, and we'll try and go from here, and we'll try and go from here. So connecting this one up to the top, like so. It is pushing through, but it is still not coming down here. Oh, it is now. It is coming down. Perfect. Okay, it is working. Great. Let's turn this on. There we go. We're good. It is working now. So just a little configuration error. It started with me by putting mergers on by mistake. Fix that. So there we go. We've got some coal starting to stack up here now, which is very nice. This is a perfect line of coal coming into here. This is running. We've got enough coal in here. We've got enough water in here. So you can see now we have 290 capacity right now. That is because it's taking everything up the top here, which is the 200, and the stuff down the bottom as well, which is the 90. We now have an unlimited source of power. That's it. We don't need to come up here anymore. We don't need to touch this. This is running. This is our power generators. Our power generators are running. The water is running. Everything's perfect. It's all running at 100%. Everything's full. Everything's done. We just chuck that in there. We're good. We're absolutely good. So the only thing that we might want to do at this stage, and we don't need to, but the only thing we might want to do is come and put a power rod in here, or a power supply, and we can overclock this to 180 per minute. Now that we're doing 180 per minute, we can bring this up now. So because this is on 180 a minute now, we can easily do 45, 45 and 45. That's 135. So we've got more water than we need. That means we can actually consider stacking water if we need to, using a fluid buffer. And that can contain up to 400, and it has pipes in and out. So we can put one of these down if we need to. Or we can put it down here as a little buffer. And that would work as a way of storing water. So let's remove that. Now all of this is actually working, so we don't want to mess about with this too much, but we can take this out here. We can put this fluid buffer in instead. Now that should fit. I don't know why it's not fitting. Let's just take that out for a minute. And this one. We can put that back in afterwards. We can put a pipe in here, so we're just going to connect that back up for a moment. But the idea is what we can do is put this, because this is what we want. We actually want to put this fluid buffer in here. Oh, there we go. It's working now. If we put this down, what we're trying to do, from a logistical point of view, is put this pipe. Strange it doesn't seem to fit, but Let's try that and see if it works. Logistics pipe from here into there. Perfect. Only problem I've got now is that it's not going to go into there, which is a little bit frustrating. So, yeah, not ideal. But you kind of get the concept of what I'm trying to do here. You can just organize it a little bit better than me. I just don't think that that is going to fit into there. No, okay. Right, we're going to ignore this now. All we're going to do is put this into here, like so. Now, the problem we've got is we've actually run out of water. We can turn this back on, but it's going to keep dying on us. So we actually have to go down to the bottom now and fill up with a bit more, because what I was hoping to do is have a spare tank where we could have some water as a backup. I could do it if I pushed this out a little bit and I stuck that tank in there, it would work, but yeah. Just kind of messed up a little bit. It's alright, it happens, my fault. But the idea is if you could do this, then you want to be able to have... In fact, you know what, let's just do it. Let's do it, because it just makes a lot of sense to have it. Oh, not mean to jump off of there. Let's put our fluid buffer on. Right, is it going to connect? This is the key question. Yes, yes, perfect. Okay, so now we can put in our production. We can put in our water extractor. All right, let's jump up the top here. Perfect. So that can just sit here. And then from a logistical point of view, we just need to put the pipe into there and into there. That works. And the power from there to there. All right. That works. Now we've got this fluid buffer. So this fluid buffer, full pipe network. We can flush if we need to. Anyway, that's going to allow us to fill, drain, and also have a bit of a buffer there. So just keep some water in the background, just in case of an emergency. We shouldn't need it, but just in case we do. All right, let's go back. We just need to grab enough. There's literally enough of this to be able to get this power going. So let's find out where we lost power. Could actually be anywhere. Could have been these two. Yep, looks like there's some we lost in there. So we'll put 35 in there. Also 35 in there. I don't think that's going to be enough to get it running, but this one as well looks like it died. Put 26 in there. Alright, let's go. Is that enough? Yep. 160. As soon as the coal kicks back in, when the water comes up, so the water's going to now push up. As the water pushes up into the coal generators, the water and the coal will generate power and the capacity should go up. So we should see it move from 160 up to 300. Just wait and keep an eye on it. 235. It's starting to kick in. 310. 160. So the water's coming in. But the water's not coming in quick enough at the moment because the water's actually getting stuck. Now it's coming in. And that's because the fluid buffer. So if we come back out to where that fluid buffer is, which is actually up here. Now, I don't really want to have to run all the way around here. And I don't actually have enough conveyor belts to do anything about that. So I'll have to put a ladder up here later, just to make life a little bit easier for me. Now I can run around. Also, I can clear my to-do list because everything's done. Let's head up and around here. Okay, 1 is working, 2 are working, 3 are working. Let's see, they've got a little bit of water in them, not really enough, and the reason for this is this fluid buffer. So at the moment, if we push the full pipe network, and we can flush this, by the way, what this is going to do is it's going to flush water into all of these. Okay. Not really enough in there for this to work. We need a bit more time to build this up. But once it's done, it's done. It was working fine. I didn't even need to add that fluid buffer in. You don't need it. I just wanted to add it as a form of protection for later. Again, just need to keep an eye on power just for a minute while I do this. Those are okay. It's going to be the one over here. Yep. 140. And 60. Okay, so it's picking back up again. And as it starts using the coal, you'll notice it stops using this. So that should be fine. Alright, next thing I want to go and do is head back up. I'm just going to grab myself... Nope, not from there, I'm not. Grab myself some plates. Perfect. And I kind of want to just put... I think it's going to let me do it if I can just find the right spot. Yeah, there was one just there. I keep seeing it. I could go up. It would be a lot easier and quicker to do that. Yep, don't think that's going to work. Okay, we'll leave that. So... yeah, this is one of the challenges when you're trying to push up here is if I need to go up here, I want to be able to get up there quickly. So I can create a conveyor. I can create, you know, multiple different ways of doing this, like a conveyor ladder. I think a conveyor is just easier though. But it's just going to be easy to put on the top. So yeah, we'll just start from up here. Find a spot where it works. Like this. Connect that up there. There we go. And then all I need to do is put that down there. Out. And there we go. Stairway. Nice little lift up. All right, this should all be working now. It should all be working well. There is not really much water in here at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to come to the water generator and we're going to pop this back in and we're going to push it up to 180, which is where it was before. So now it's going to be generating excess. This is going to be filling up. Fill rate and drain rate. There's a bit of net in here, which is good. So we can see we're actually building up. These are now going to be filling up, which they are. Perfect. They'll build up slowly, but they are building. All right. That's it. We're connected. So everything here is now working. 385. Let's go and sort that power, because now we don't need any of the power that is connected in here. So jump down in here. None of this should be working now. It's not. So we can actually take out all of this fuel out of here. And this just simply isn't being used. All right. Unfortunately, the game has just crashed. I do apologize. I'm going to restart it really quickly. Sometimes that does happen. It's not often it happens, but sometimes it happens. But it did just crash. So we're going to just reload it quickly. And hopefully auto-saved not too long ago. All right, the game's just reloading. And you should hopefully be seeing it coming back on the screens in just a couple of seconds. Here we go. All right, continue. Let's see. I don't know where it's going to continue from. Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that in a minute. Because I should still have the... Yep, got the power shard here. So let's put the power shard back in here. We're not that far behind. Overclock this to 150%. That's going to work. I'm going to build our little temporary... Okay. So this is just basically if I'm coming out of this door. There we go. I've got a way up there now. Okay, and then the only other thing that I just did is I came in here and I took all of this out, and that's when it crashed. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. And yeah, this video, it's taken us, it's taken us an hour to set that up. But what we've managed to do now is we've actually managed to set up an unlimited supply of fuel. We no longer need these biogenerators. We have everything we need. Now we'll still leave these. We'll still have them here. They're just not doing anything. So we can turn them off. You'll see the capacity there. If I turn them off for now, because we're not using them, then we'll get a true count of exactly how much we have in terms of power. So this is what we're playing with. At the moment, 225. Something I didn't do, which I'm going to go and do now, is turn up the right hand side, because I believe I turned that down and didn't turn it back up. Nope, it is. It's at 100%. Okay. So that's at 100%. That's perfect. It's 15 coal per minute. So that's 15, 30, 45. We have 60 coming up, which means we have a 15 coal deficit, which is really good because we're going to use that later. That's building up. That's all good. Everything's working perfectly there. Power is sorted and almost consistent. A little bit of inconsistency there. We'll fix that in a minute. We'll figure out why. Power's coming up. Oh, that'll be the... No, won't be the coal. We'll figure out what's causing that. Oh, I've just seen on top here. That's very nice. We'll grab that while we're here. Oh, or we'll try to at least. See, if you can't get to anything like this, you can use foundations. You can just use a ramp. Put that down. Jump on top of it, and there we go. Raw quartz. Very nice. Break the foundation down, and off we go. Okay, we need a portable miner. We have another one, so that's fantastic. So we'll take that with us. All right, what do we need? Tier 3. Coal power is done. Let's have a quick look and see what else we have available at the moment. We have vehicle transport. Vehicle transport. This is going to give us a tractor and a truck station. That will allow us to automate resources being sent between locations. Very interesting. Also, this has a craft bench and a 25 slot inventory, so we can go roaming and explore a lot more. So we'll be excited to do that. Basic steel production. We can do a foundry, steel ingots, and then we can start to make steel beams, steel pipes, frameworks. Improve melee combat, the Xeno Basher. And hand slots and inventory slots. We're going to need quite a bit for this. Moving into tier 4, we've got advanced steel production. We're taking steel to the next level. So we're going to open up steel here and then advanced. Expanded power infrastructure, including power storage. We can make batteries. Power tower. Hypertubes. We can start to build hypertubes, which is going to allow us to move very quickly between locations. Logistics Mark III. This is a conveyor belt at 270 resources per minute. And blueprints. We'll get the blueprint gun and the blueprint designer. So, we've got quite a lot to consider here, but I think this is one that we want is the Miner Mark II. It's going to be a really big help for us to be able to extract more resources from the ground. In order to do that, though, we want to be able to move up. We're not quite ready to do that yet. We could kind of get rid of the jump pads, I guess, just to get rid of them now. So we'll put the cables in, we'll put these in just to get rid of them, and we're going to go and find out if we've got the rotors. We'll chuck those down for now, we don't want them. We'll take that quartz. We'll chuck that sulfur in there. Yeah, we'll chuck the other stuff in there that we don't want as well. Alright, let's make the proteins, the hog proteins we've got 2 of. Let's also make the spitter proteins. That means we can make these alien DNA capsules. We can make a power shard with the blue slug that we've got. So we can do that. And we can also make these rotors. But let's go over here because we've got power now. Remember before we were struggling with power, but now we've got it. We can turn this back on now. We can also turn this one back on. Now the next thing we need to do is clean up this absolute can't... What are you doing in here? I mean, you can't really go anywhere, can you? You're stuck. Okay, we'll deal with that later. So we need to fix all of this carnage. So we will be doing that. Also, now we can remove this. We don't need it anymore. As a result, we can connect this up to here, and this can just run 24/7, which is going to be awesome. Stick those bits in there that we don't want. Just to get those in. All right. We need to build the MAM. We can do that. I don't actually know where we had it before. Like, I know we had it, but I don't know where it is. We need some plates for this. Everything here is working. This is great. We have an absolute abundance of wire here. You just don't simply need that much wire. Loads of copper here, we don't need that. Loads of wire as well. Getting quite a bit of cement now, which is nice. So we're going to go and chuck all of that we've just picked up into the awesome sink. So this awesome sink container here. We'll chuck those in. That'll do. A few things that we don't want. What is it? We don't need that, we can burn it. Everything else can just kind of chill for the moment. Reinforced plates are being made, that's good. Everything's going into there, which is nice. We need 50 rotors. So we're going to focus on making those. At the moment, that's kind of all we need right now. So we're just going to keep that going. Enough plates in there, we've got lots of plates. Loads of these, and also these 3 are empty as well in case we need to double up on storage. So we're in a really strong place. We are a bit inconsistent though. So we need to figure out why we're being inconsistent and we need to fix that. Again, we've got problems and we don't know why. So let's have a look at the input. 100% here, 100% here, so that's good. Just checking out these. 100% here. 100% here. 100% there. 100% there. So that all works perfectly. We're actually going to stop making... so we simply don't need to make wire anymore. So we've got an abundance of wire. We don't need it anymore. We're not going to need it for anything anymore. So we're going to change this to copper sheets, and we're going to drop this down to 7.5. That's 15 per minute, so it's the same. So now we're just going to keep making these copper sheets instead of the copper wire. Okay, that's done. That all works. This is at 100%, so that's good. 100% is good. 100% is good. And again, there is good also. 100%. 100%. There is definitely an inconsistency. We do need to find it. Everything here looks good. That's all at 100%. Here we go. Here's a problem. 53%. Problem here is the screws. The screws are being backed up. Belt mark 1. There's the problem. So we found it. So belt mark 1, 40 are coming out of here. This is belt mark 2, which is great. But this one here is a belt mark 1. So we need to upgrade this. For that, we're going to need reinforced plates. So here's the fault finding. Obviously, we had to go through the whole thing to get here, but there we go. We'll take those. Now, that's the first part. That's a lift mark 2, belt mark 2, lift mark 2. So that there would have been causing a lot of the problems, which now should have hopefully been resolved. Which means that this one that was running at 48%, I'll just take that out. Hopefully will be running properly now. This one as well, I'll take those out. This is also running at 49%. So 40 from there. That one's running okay. So it was just these two. These two were the challenge. This one seems to be picking up a bit, but obviously I've removed everything from there anyway. So that's 120 now. So 48 are there, 48 are there. This is a Mark II, that's fine. That's a Mark II, it's fine. Lift Mark II, belt Mark II, lift Mark II. Okay. That should have fixed that power issue. Okay. This one should be fine. No problems up there. This one also, that should all be fine. Good. Right, no problems there. On this side, this is running at 51% because we haven't got enough screws because we need 60 per minute. All right, we're not getting enough screws that we need. So let's look at what we can do to fix that. So right now we've got the screws coming out. So that's going to push the screws out faster. That will now be 120 a minute. Same on this side. That is already about to. Don't know what he's doing in here. But this one's at 33% because it needs 100 screws a minute. And it's just simply not getting the screws quick enough. It's only going to get 60 per minute. So the only thing I can do here is bring this down to 2.4. That will sort this whole problem out because now we're going to get 60 per minute, which is what this can push out. But in order for that to work, that needs to be a belt 2. See, this, it also needs to be a belt mark 2, and I can't do that. I would need to remove this splitter. Alright, I'll tell you what, remove this splitter. Let's take all of this out. It can all go. We need to fix it. We needed to fix it anyway. It was only temporary. Alright, one assembler. One assembler. Alright, good. Everything's gone. Perfect. Alright, let's fix this problem, shall we? So we need to have mergers. That's the first one we're going to need. So we're going to put a merger down here, but we're going to make it in such a way where it's clean and it comes out nicely. I think that's the only merger we needed, right? Because we've got, yeah, that's fine. So now let's go to assemblers, which is what we want to put down here. And let's check this out. So that's as far as over as it can be. We actually want to make it decent amount. So I would say at least here. That works quite well. We'll put that down there. Make a second one. Do exactly the same thing. Fits perfectly. Let's go for belt mark 2. Out of here. Into there. And then that. Wait, what? No. It should be a splitter, not a merger. Splitter, not a merger. My bad. Sorry, guys. I apologise for that. It should be a splitter, not a merger. I know this as well, so I don't even know why I'm doing it. I apologise. All right, let's do this. Into here. That's going to connect that way. This one is going to go into there, but it's going to go back 1, 2. Perfect. That's a belt mark 2. And we're going to do the same from here. Belt mark 2. Straight into there. Okay. I'll sort that out in a minute. That means that this one's going to be the plates, and this one is going to be the rotors. And now we just need to connect up the power, which I think come from there. Beautiful. The only problem I've got now is this crossover. So I need to just fix this. And the best way I can fix this is going to be with a lift. So I think this lift is going to go just here, just fine. Let's just grab another lift. Like so. And then from there into there. Perfect. So that's going to come up here, over here. That's going to do this. So now whilst we could make it really bad by simply just, there was the possibility here for us just to cross all these over, but now we've actually done it properly, so it looks right. So nothing's clipping anymore, maybe a little tiny bit of clipping, but overall nothing's really clipping, everything's working, and it just looks and feels better. There's ways to obviously make this better even more than it is. But this is going to produce 60 a minute, which is perfect. I can even fill that up for now. But this should have 120 a minute coming out of here. So 60 on one side, 60 on the other. This is actually going to need more than 60. It needs 100 a minute. So again, I need to bring this down to 2 a minute. 2.5 a minute. Let's have a look. If I do maybe 60%. Yeah, 60 screws per minute. So that's 60 screws per minute, which means that's going to be perfect. There's 120 coming through here, and that's 60 and 60, which is exactly how many's coming in. So that's great. Let's just stock those up, and we'll stock these up as well. So everything's stocked up. Grab the rotors out of here. Now we'll just pick this up. Grab that, because we don't want it. And because we don't want anything to stop as we're kind of building this stuff up, we'll just put that there for now. In fact, hold on. What we'll do, just to make it even better, is we'll line that up perfectly into here, and we're going to put a merger on here, and it is definitely a merger we want this time. And from there, come straight out, back 2. There's a perfect line there. Rotors are coming out. And now we've got rotors and also reinforced. That's perfect. If we needed to, and we can just close that off, get rid of that. Pick that one up. Because basically what we'll do now, oh, getting a bit damaged there, is we'll put another one down, but we'll put it down the other way. Like so. And then this will be the output or the final end goal, shall we say. But the idea behind this is that these inputs, which I think that's fine. Just kind of leave that like that. These inputs here can come out of there. We can merge. We can figure out what we're going to do with that. But yeah, that can basically just stay there. In fact, it doesn't actually matter because we're not going to go that way, are we? It would. No, it would. It would be from these two in. So I was right before in the way I had it. It should be this way. it just won't go any further that way, so that's perfect. Oh, wait. Yeah, like that. I think that's correct. Looks great to me. That just sits in the corner. And then this is just if we need to do smart plating or anything like that, or modular frames, for example. If we need to do modular frames, it is reinforced iron plates. So we can chuck those in there, and iron rods. So I can just go back, get the iron rods that I need, which for example are going to be in here. Get the other bits I need, and then connect this up. And this one is just kind of a standalone machine. It does need power, however. There we go. Awesome Sync is working. We've got 7 coupons to print out. We'll grab those. Pop to the Awesome Shop. We can actually move the Awesome Shop now. Kind of thinking where we want this to go. Doesn't really matter, to be honest, but I guess here. Alright, 7 tokens. Let's have a look. What have we got? What do we need? Ladder's the next one we can do. Double ramp set. We definitely want to get that. Outlook for the wall is going to be 6. So 3 and 6. And then we can do the floor. That's going to be 7. And nice ones to have. Alright, let's use our tokens. Double ramp set. Wall power outlet. So now we can actually change the power outlet here. So what we can do is go to power. We've now got these wall outlets. So we can effectively put this one on the wall here. That means we can now remove this as an example. And instead we can go from here directly to there. And then from here to there. To that machine. And we do have one more outlet. That's connected, that's connected. I don't know what else I need to connect to. I think everything else is connected. There's nothing missing. But you can now see how we can use these wall outlets, and hopefully that makes life a little bit better for us. So specifically, if we do another one here, for example, we kind of leave it on the part of the wall there like so. And we can actually turn this off. We can connect from here to here. And then from here to here. And it kind of just keeps everything looking a little bit better. Then we can even put them into like fake walls or under the floor and things like that. And we can just move it all around the edge. So there's none of these wires just hanging all over the place. We can get rid of these poles now. And just kind of clean up the whole electrical system. So that's another thing we can look to do to make this a lot better. That's not a priority right now though. We'll do that later. But definitely something that we can consider. For now we need 50 rotors. So we can finish off those jump pads. And we are picking up some rotors now. That's quite nice. I kind of feel like we can... Yeah, see, that's a good example of having a wall pad would be really nice for that. Let's see, can we make some more rotors as well? We can make one more here. Right, so just 20 rotors short. We'll make some of those up ourselves. Screws are good. Okay. Good progress so far. Oh, it's screws that we're missing. Just went straight past them as well. Perfect. So we can make 60. We don't need that many, but we just need to make 20 for now. And then that's pretty much us done for today. We've definitely done a lot, cleaning up, sorting out the power. Power was a big day getting that automated. So now we no longer need to go and get biomass. We just don't need to. We can scale. So we just need to make sure we've always got more power coming in and going out. That's important. We don't want to have to restart the network because that's going to be a nightmare. We'd have to set up all the biofuel or, you know, do it a different way. Could be a challenge. We'd have to go and isolate the network at the top. We don't really want to do that. So let's just go ahead and send this. A few more of those. All right. That is tier 2 completely finished.
Reached. Several buildings aimed at factory traversal can now be accessed in the build menu. Caution is recommended during use of these products.
Okay. So that's working. Let's add a wall here with a door. I kind of feel like maybe the side door is going to be better here. Don't know. Yeah, I kind of feel like that maybe is a bit better than the middle one. Cool. That's awesome. That's good. That's done. That's all done. There's another door there. That's fine. That's all finished. This, we're not really doing anything here anymore. This is just kind of sitting here, chilling. That's empty. That's empty. So this is just a loop if we need it. But honestly, I think right now I would rather just remove these and get rid of these because these look terrible. Okay. So that should now have fixed all of that issue. In fact, we don't even need that anymore. We can just get rid of it. Clear up this whole space. Very nice. Okay. Everything's working. Everything's working really well. Let's just check this. See the power now. So apart from obviously the power that we've just removed, because we've just taken some of it out, we have one inconsistency that we need to deal with. And we can see that it's dropping every now and again and then picking back up. There it is, it dropped. I think that is this machine over here. Or if not this. Yep, I think it's this one. We're going to just turn that off for a moment. And with that turned off, we're just going to monitor the power. And we're going to see if it makes any difference. Nope, hasn't fixed it. Still got that same problem. It was not that building. So we can turn that back on. It's up to 100. We can check this one out. This one's at 100. This one's at 100. So we definitely have a problem. We just don't know where it is. That will be something we'll need to fix. Unless we've just fixed it. Nope. Something there's a big drop off. So 130, 164, so that's 34. Ah, I think it could be this. I wonder if it could be this. Let's put that on standby just for a second. Just to humour me. Is that going to fix the problem? Nope. That problem is still happening. It was not this. It's not any of these three because they're all working perfectly. That's working perfectly. Let's just double check everything. That's at 100%. That's at 100%. It's a 34 though. It's got to be an assembler. It's got to be a bigger item. I can't see it being. There's enough in there, so that's fine. There's enough in there, so that's fine. So those two are good. This one's good. Huh. Must be the water. The only thing I can imagine it being is the water. Because it's pumping through and stopping and pumping through and stopping. So there's enough water in there, that's full. This is full. So let's see. This drop here that we keep getting, this dip. Let me see what happens if I turn this off. Because look, 34.2, right? Turn that off. This should be consistently flat now. It is. That is the problem. It is the water. Okay. Let's turn this back on. And let's see if we can understand why this problem's occurring. I mean, it's going to fill back up again. There's a little bit of a net here coming through, which is good. Fill rate, drain rate, it's fine. Now it's consistent though. So yeah, it's definitely that buffer that's causing that inconsistency. Everything's full. So whilst it's filling, it's fine. As soon as it's filled up, now you can see that the net, because everything's full, it's not really draining much. We don't need to flush it. But that will now be consistent until that fills up. So the reason that was dipping is because the water is dropping, it's topping it up, etc, etc. But that should be going at I guess what happens then is when this is full, this is shutting down, and that's where that power dip's coming from. Then it's pulling from here into the network. So actually this is the challenge, it's the fluid buffer. So do you know what we're going to do right now? We're actually going to remove that. For the purpose of keeping this clean and simple, we're going to just add that to there. Done. Nice, perfect, consistent lines. All right. It's been a good video because I feel like we've achieved a lot. Things that we needed to do. Sorry, there was a couple of mistakes. I apologize for me. But overall, we got there. And now we're ready to continue. So we're just going to get the vehicle transport out of the way. It's very simple for us to be able to do that. We just need to get these rotors. Also, the same thing here for improved combat. So let's just pick up all of the things that we can quickly do. So this is going to be very simple. We're going to go and get some wire. Like that. And we need to go and get those plates. Four of those, 27 of those. So again, we're getting nice numbers coming in now. Going to get those modular frames. And look, we're going to take the rest of these reinforced plates out here. Because that's just what we need at the moment. We need 100 of those. That's full. 87 of those. So we'll wait for the rest of that to finish. We're going to go to vehicle transport and see what we need. So we've got enough to do that. Do those. All right, we need some more cable. We'll grab that. Basically, we're just going to go through and finish all of the things that we can do here. So perfect. This factory definitely making our lives much easier now. So that's almost done. Again, we just need the rotors for that. And then that's finished. And then we need the basic steel, which I think we've... There we go. So again, rotors. We need some more of these modular frames. We need to go and get some more wire. We don't need too much more wire. But we'll grab that. We'll just make sure we've got some more of this. Those should still be coming through. Oh, nothing's coming through. What's going on? What did we break? We must have broken something. There's no copper ingots coming through. Right. So that must be what we broke. There's no copper. Ah, so when we put the wall mount on earlier, this will be what we broke. None of this is connected up anymore. There we go. Now it's all started moving again. So that was just a simple mistake. But you can see how much it cost us. We stopped producing as a result. That's coming back down again now. Perfect. That's working. Let's check the power. Yep, little spike there where that was just the inconsistency that we messed up on. Oh. Oh, we also need a little bit. Not much, but a little bit of this. Okay. Just cleaning up loose ends at the moment, working through as much of this as we can just to get this cleared. So, rotors, modular frames. Two of the things that we need. Rotors, modular frames. We need reinforced iron plates, modular frame. Rotors. Rotors, modular frames, reinforced plate. And that's it. All of that will be coming. We'll just keep an eye on this stuff here. Get rid of some of that we don't need. Cool. Now we can make the frames ourselves, the modular frames. All we're going to need for that is reinforced iron plates and iron rods. So let's go ahead and make these reinforced iron plates because we're going to need a load of them. Just simple plates and screws, which we've got lots of, so we can just make those up. And we should be able to get quite a few of these things sent out. Now, we're probably not going to get these done in this video because it is just a bit time consuming. But we'll see if we can get some of it done. The rotors definitely being the biggest ones. We can do power shard. No, we haven't got enough for that. The rotors as well being the biggest one, but we need some rods for that. So, this guy is still here. Okay. Yep, that's working again now. He's in here. That's fine. We'll take couple of extra screws just so I've got them. A few of those. And a few of those. As you can see, loads of this now, so we're not really in a rush. We're not stressing. We're going to try and finish these off. And we can always, at this point, by the way, set up some additional constructors. So one of the other things that we can do, rather than doing that manually ourselves, if we just went to constructor, we don't need to do anything except for just stick them against a wall. So we can just put them kind of like this. And we can just like do a line of them here, at least 2. We're not going to get 3 in, unfortunately. And then all we need to do here is say, well, what do we want this to make? Actually, no, I apologise, not constructor. We want assemblers. So I think we might be able to just get 2 in. I am going to need 4 rotors though to finish these off. There we go. So we can organise this to make it better. That works. It's just this pole, but that's fine. So here, if I want to make more rotors, I can just select them, and the same here. If I want to make more rotors, I can just select that. And in terms of putting a power line on the wall, I can just put that to here. Both of these are going to have power, so that's fine, because we have enough. Now, max is 240. We've only got 225, so we need to be careful, because if we push this out, we're going to have a bit of a problem here, which means we need to go and overclock. And we can do this because we've got the power to do it. We need to go and overclock some of the... we need to do this first before we do anything else. Now, we've got extra water, so we're okay. But we always need to make sure the power is sufficient for what it is we're trying to do. In this case, it's not. So, we can see right now that if we were to add this, we can pump this up now to 112. This is now taking out 68 a second. So we have a 68, we have a 45, we have a 45. So 68 and a 90, which is 158. Okay, so 158 water. This is why I wanted the reservoir before. 158 water, I get 180. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. We just don't have a backup or a reservoir or anything at the moment, which is what we wanted. And we did have that, but I deleted it because it was causing those... Oh, it was causing those issues. So, just easier. I'll just jump down here. Okay, so now we've got enough power. 262, 240 max. We're fine. Totally fine. And that means we can start to run these now. So, iron rods and screws. We're going to make rotors in here. Again, iron rods and screws. We're going to make rotors in here. And we're also going to continue to make rotors in here. So if we need to do anything quickly, we can just use these extra machines that are just standalone. And that will help us just pump out. In case we're short on something, we need to just make up for it. We can do it like that. And also, whilst we're waiting, we can do it here. So now we've got 4 ourselves and 3 machines making rotors. We need them. They're a bottleneck, so we're going to be able to push these out quite quickly. That's pretty much all we can do at the moment at this stage of the game. Now, we do need to scale, but in order to do that, we need to unlock miners level 2, and we need to start pushing things through quicker. So it's going to be more about the inputs now. We either need to find more inputs. We can do that with the iron. And then we can start to overclock and we can start to scale. That's one thing we can do, or we can increase our production capacity. But in terms of our core loot, we've kind of maxed it out. We've done everything we need to do in this factory. This factory, I would say, is complete. There's nothing else we really want to do. We can organize it a little bit better with this box and other things. We can move them about. There's definitely little things we can do just to make it better. But overall, this is a very efficient factory that's working very well. Just nine rotors left. And they're going to be done in just a moment. We're going to go and grab just a couple more screws from here. And also we're just going to grab a couple of these rods. And we're just going to make the rest of these rotors. Because we just need a few more. Alright, so the 9 that we need, that's going to be enough to get this out. This is vehicle transport. And I think we'll leave it there once we've done this. And that'll be good for today. Alright, that's done. We'll send this off.
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts, is now encouraged. Vehicle stations have built-in functionality to refuel and restock or collect parts.
Alright, so now we have transport. Not only do we have the jump pads, which is going to allow us to... it says help with vertical traversal, but it doesn't really. And U-jelly landing. So that can be fun. We can have some fun with that. This is what we're interested in, which is the truck and the truck station. So we can go ahead and build this. We're going to need 5 modular frames, 5 motors. So just to end this, let's build these out. Because it's going to be pretty cool. We can get this down and we can show you it. And we're just going to need 5 motors, or rotors, sorry. And we're going to need some fuel. So in terms of fuel, we can use coal. Coal will work. We've got quite an abundance of it up here. So we're just simply going to go and pinch some from one of these boxes. Let's just check the bottom box. Nope, not yet. Still, oh, the top one as well. Not really much left over at the moment. It's all being pushed through here. Now we've got this, because now this is actually consuming 22 per minute. So almost 60, almost. We have 15, 30. Yeah, it's quite a lot. All right, here's our tractor. Let's chuck this down. One tractor. All right, you go to the back of the tractor and open the workbench, and this is where we can put the fuel. So coal works. We can also craft on here. We've got the vehicle and the craft bench, so we can craft as normal. Or we can jump in to drive it. And it is pretty indestructible. It does have health. We do have to keep an eye on its health, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So this can kind of stay here for now. We can head out in a little bit. Maybe in the next video we're going to go and find some other things that we can use. But for now, that's pretty good. You can just leave that there. Fuel's going to stay there. And yeah, it did use a little bit of fuel, but we've got this if we need it. In here, we're just going to drop off the things that we don't need anymore. So we're not using any quartz at the moment, any raw quartz. We're not using these nuts or any of this stuff. These alien DNA. Okay. And we'll leave the copper. We'll leave this behind just for now. We'll take the limestone. We'll take the copper ore. We don't need any of that. All right. Everything else we're going to keep for now. All of the ore we're probably not going to use. But rather than just wasting it and throwing it away, we're actually going to throw it in here. Because again, it can just be processed. And then that works as something else that can go. There we go. That's all good. All right. So we're getting rid of a lot of stuff we don't need. Okay. This is going to make a few more tokens. We're going to leave these for now. We'll use them later. And that's it for today's video. Again, Doing really well. We've got enough power now. We've got 262 megawatt capacity. We're only consuming 200. So even our max capacity is only 240. So we're still under, which means we can expand. We have room to expand. And so that's what we're going to do. In the next video, we're going to look at opening up another manufacturing plant, for a better course of word. It's going to be the basic steel production. So basic steel production is what we're going to go for next. This will give us the foundry, which will allow us to make steel ingots, steel beams, steel pipes. So this is the next progression from iron to steel, and we'll do that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.